Hello race fans and welcome back here. You're watching Gv8 TV. I'm JD Smith. Right beside me is my good buddy Kane Kraft, and we're back to bring you the final race of this season. We had a fantastic race in race 1 here at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Quebec, Montreal. It was everything we could have imagined and hoped for and more. We got to see Nigel Baines take the victory in race 1. We also saw points leader Greg Carr with an unfortunate accident that ended up blowing the motor with a 13th place finish. It tightens down our race for the championship, and we got the final race right here for you live, presented to you by GetDirtyMX.com. And once again, Kane, let's get this thing started, buddy.
Yeah, it's that time. I think I'm even more excited for this second race because the guys know what they've got to do, and I'm anxious to see how they cope with the slowdowns and stuff like that they kind of learned about on the last race.
Boy, you nailed it. The guys really did learn about the slowdown penalties in race 1. It really was a factor, especially for drivers like Farouk Mansar, who literally was a threat to win the race. Got involved with a couple slowdowns. Next thing you know, he went from the back of the field. It did work his way back up to finish in the 9th position, which is a huge stellar feat to do here. So look for him to be really fast here in this final race. Also, we're going to be seeing the guys grid right now, and look for Greg Carr to try to race his way to his back-to-back championships right here, guys, in just a moment. This is how they're going to grid for the final race. Nigel Baines, Marty Carroll on the front row. Behind them, Zach Baker and Tony Klusterman. Third row will be Isaac de Figueiredo and Nils Jordan. Fourth row is going to be Glenn Sidman and Trevor Pickett. Row 5 will be Farouk Manzar and Chris Hogan. Row 6 will be Daniil Menenkoff and Mario Girard. Row 7 is going to be Greg Carr and Peter Hebron. And on the final row, it will be Kyle Herron, paired up beside Jason Lundy. We're about to go live. I'm going to head it over to my great buddy, Kane Kraft.
Well, the revs are up and the green light is flashing, so they're taking off. And cars are going every which way. Daniil Menenkoff gets into the wall. He got a little slippery off the start. And Greg Carr getting past Mario Girard there on the inside. A little further up the pack. Looks like everybody's getting through pretty good.
Yeah, scary moment for Trevor Pickett as he was off track for a moment. Did rescue the car quite nicely and is moving back up. Oh, he gets into the back of Isaac de Figueiredo and gets sent over to the wall. He hit it head on. I don't know how bad the damage is to the Ford Falcon of the ZB Racing of the 592 Trevor Pickett. Tough break. It's pretty bad damage, Kane.
Yeah, and Glenn Sidman looked like he got a little bit of that too.
And don't forget, Glenn Sidman is a part of that battle for the 3rd place in championship points for the season. The silent stalker, tough break. Maybe he can bounce back from that small incident there, Kane.
Yeah, his car don't look like it's got a whole lot of damage, so I think he's going to be okay.
Right now, here we are on lap 1. Nigel Baines, followed by Marty Carroll and Zach Baker, heading into the hairpin, followed by Farouk Manzar and then Tony Klusterman. Man, Farouk Manzar has jumped up all the way there already. Killer job by Farouk, who started back in the 9th position. That is really great for him to move up that fast. As I'm watching Farouk Manzar head into the chicane, he's looking ahead to racer of the number 513, Zach Baker, who had a phenomenal race in race 1. Here we pass and start the second lap of the 16-lap race. Guys, don't forget there will be a mandatory pit stop. This will be huge in this race, as these pit stops can totally change the outcome of these races and totally change the way that the field runs. We've seen time and time again, Kane, things happen in pit road sometimes. You have to really rely on your pit teams to help you get in and out.
Yeah, pit stops definitely throw a nice little curve, nice little curveball to the race. Normally they just sprint race through like on the last time, and that pit stop definitely throws some strategy into it. So I'm anxious to see how the drivers do, having to stop and take some tires.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how the guys handle those situations, Kane. We've seen it time and time again, buddy. Like I said just a minute ago. Oh, looking at Daniil Menenkoff and Mario Girard. Nice little battle. They have Nils Jordan ahead in 10th position. A nice three-way battle. Ahead of those two is Chris Hogan in the GetDirtyMX.com Ford Falcon. Look for the number 10 of Chris Hogan to lead this team of four. Right now, Glenn Sidman trouble, Kane, is he got a little bit of a bump in the hairpin, got pushed aside, and now he will fall back a position. I'm going to try to see exactly what happened there. Is it like Greg Carr in the Can-Am Motorsports car got into the back? No, he didn't. I think Glenn Sidman just got wide. Really hard to see there.
Let's take a look at the replay here as they come into it. Yeah, Glenn just locked up the brakes there and kind of took it a little wide.
Tough break there for the silent stalker. Not the start he wanted, but we've seen him find his way up to the podium time and time again. Can he do it here in a very, very important race, trying to clinch this third place spot in the championship points?
I gotta say, Marty Carroll is not letting teammate Nigel Baines run away with this one. He is doing his best to stay with Nigel and give him a run for his money on this last race.
Yeah, last race we saw Marty lay back and really kind of help his teammate win that first race. Not that it was handed over by Marty. We don't want to, I'm not implying that, but what he did was he stayed back like a great teammate should and let his teammate get these points. But like you just mentioned, he's riding right up there with Nigel, and he's saying, hey, buddy, I'm just here letting you know I'm right here in case something happens.
Yeah, I don't think Marty will race him for position, but I think he's trying to prove that he can stay with him and give him a good race. But I do think that Marty will stay back behind and help to defend so that Nigel can race on to a victory.
Absolutely. Greg Carr's the car that we really want to keep an eye on in this race, guys, as he is racing for the championship right now. He is the defending champion from the inaugural season of the Gv8 here at Grosseem, and this is season 2. Can he win back-to-back championships in the Can-Am Motorsports Ford Falcon? We will find today. This will be the last race we see Greg Carr in the Can-Am Motorsports in the Gv8, as he is signed on with Never Quit Racing with just a killer team there. So that'll be fun to win. So I know he really wants to win this one for the sponsor. Right now, Greg Carr making the pass on Isaac de Figueiredo. Great job. He's getting wide here coming out of turn 2. They're side by side. Kane going up here heading towards turn 3.
Yeah, Isaac let him on by and just tucked in back behind.
Yeah, look, Greg Carr is now up to 4th place, guys. Keep your eyes peeled on the number 5 driver as he's trying to get up there and win this championship. I'm not sure the exact points, Kane, but I'd assume if he gets at least the top 5 or better, he should have this championship locked up.
Yeah, I think so. The way the point scale works is you get quite a bit of points you're finishing in the top 10. So I assume that with the point spread coming into tonight's race, that Greg has probably still got it locked up. But if anything were to happen like what happened in the last race, it could possibly turn it over to Nigel Baines. But mathematically, it is going to be pretty challenging.
Yeah, it definitely is. Right now, Daniil Menenkoff side by side with Isaac de Figueiredo. Daniil will get the pass and move up. Next victim on his list will be Nils Jordan. Nils Jordan and Chris Hogan right now got a really great battling for the 8th position here. And GetDirtyMX.com car of Chris Hogan holding that redback Ford Falcon off with everything he can. Both cars going down the backstretch right now, heading into this final chicane. And this could, oh, Daniil Manikoff is having some trouble issues. He's having to head down pit road, Kane. Also heading in there with Isaac de Figueiredo.
Yeah, probably taking their one pit stop, getting it out of the way so that they can get a cleaner field to turn faster lap times.
Not a bad strategy, Kane. Not a bad strategy at all. It's going to be fun to see how teammates Nigel Baines and Marty Carroll do their pit strategy. Both drivers are out to a fantastic lead right now, but we got a fast Zach Baker and Greg Carr coming up in the rear, so it's going to get really interesting and to see how these teammates take these pit stops. I'd imagine they wouldn't take them at the same time, but then again, I could be wrong.
Greg Carr is 5 seconds off of third place, Zach Baker.
Man, Kane, Zach has really shown he can drive around this Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. He has a slowdown penalty, though, coming out of the chicane. Greg Carr's starting to catch up really. He's going to close in really quick.
Yeah, he's going to be about 1.5 seconds by the time that slowdown penalty is over. We've seen that these slowdown penalties can cost 3 seconds easily. And so that's what it cost for Zach Baker, 3 seconds. So, tough break for Zach Baker as Greg Carr is now closing up on his bumper.
The number 14 of Jason Lundy has moved up into the 9th position, and right now going side by side with the Silent Stalker and Sidman. They're side by side going down. Will the Green Gulf Woody's Lures Ford Falcon, it will make the pass on Glenn Sidman. Great move by Jason Lundy. We saw him in a very unfortunate incident in race 1 and had a connection issue, or an equipment malfunction, and the car had wrecked into the wall and not get it back on the track. Good to see Jason back in action here, currently in the 8th position.
Chris Hogan still holding off Nils Jordan, who's been putting on some serious pressure.
Definitely so. Chris Hogan in the number 10 GetReadyMX.com Ford Falcon holding down the 6th position right now. A great job showing why he deserves to win the most improved driver of the year. He's got a lot of really good talent there fighting with him for that title this year. So it'll be fun to see who gets that one. Nils Jordan's one of those most improved drivers as well. He has gotten really, really, really fast over the course of this season. But them two battling right here, that makes it even better, Kane. Tell you what, Jason Lundy got the pass on Glenn Sidman, but Glenn Sidman's not going away lightly. He's hanging in there with Jason Lundy, so that battle, I don't think it's over.
Well, we know Glenn's got a little bit of damage to the car. He's been in a couple accidents already in this race and has taken some damage, although the car don't look too bad.
Marty Carroll. Marty's going to get a slowdown cane and a bad one. That's going to allow Zach Baker to catch up. I didn't mean to cut you off. Our leader, Nigel Baines, is in the pits right now. And that is not what Marty Carroll wanted to do, is get a slowdown. That really hurt.
Yeah, luckily they had enough time built up on third place of Zach Baker, about 8 seconds or so now. And so luckily it's not going to hurt Marty's chances on that second place, but it will drop him back off his teammate's bumper and put a little bit more distance between he and Nigel as the pit stops clear themselves out.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what it can do. The more thing I'm worried about more than time is the confidence issue. When you start missing the curbs, you have to really start second guessing the way that you turn into them. Now Marty's a good enough driver. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem for him, but it can become a mental issue when you start getting slowdowns and just barely missing those turns. You start overthinking your driving sometimes. But I think you're right. I think Marty will be just fine.
Glenn Sidman coming out of the pits now. He's going to slot back in 14th, 13th position.
Jumped in right in front of Isaac de Figueiredo right behind him. So there he is, guys. Glenn Sidman. Can he do it?
Give a shout out to Jacob real quick.
Yeah, do that. Just give a big shout out to Jacob.
Glad you're watching, Jacob. Enjoy your break next week.
And the whole Sidman family. That's right. We thank you guys for watching week in and week out. Want to give a shout out to Tony Klusterman's wife for always watching. We appreciate it. We always enjoy all the guys that really love watching our show. We truly enjoy broadcasting it, and love watching these guys run week in and week out. It's really great. Hey, how about this? Chris Hogan has moved up to the 4th position and has gotten a little bit of space there because Nils Jordan decided to go ahead and make his pit stop. And so far, so good for Nils, getting in his pit box okay. And yeah, great stop for Nils so far.
Yeah, you might just decide to try to pass Chris in the pits. That's an effective way to get around somebody that you seem to be stuck behind on track. Stay out for a little bit, make sure you take just enough gas to finish the race and get back out on the track and try to get out just enough quicker to get in front of him on the track.
That's absolutely right. Right now, Greg Carr is in the position. Going to have to keep our eye on this prospective champion right now, as he is coming up on Zach Baker, who is in the 2nd position. Greg Carr really moving and grooving right now, trying to move up. He's being really careful, though, and I think he knows that all he has to do is pretty much hold what he's got and be safe, and he'll have a championship.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he's doing. He's definitely just trying to take it easy, make sure he brings it home and in a podium position or so, and he'll win that championship. So, whoa, Zach Baker around right in front of him.
Oh no, and here comes Chris Hogan right around there. Hopefully nobody gets in trouble. Zach Baker will tuck into pit road.
Yeah, and that was a good idea too, having made the little error that caused him to spin around. Might as well go ahead and take it to the pits and use that bad lap as your pit lap.
Nigel Baines is moving back up after his pit stop, all the way back up to 4th already. And as everybody gets he will be the potential leader when everybody gets through pit road. How about Chris Hogan, though, up in 3rd place? Good to see Chris up there in 3rd. I know he hasn't made his pit stop yet, but still, he's doing really good this race.
He's actually showing in 2nd place. Your screen probably hasn't updated yet because he hasn't crossed the line yet, but right at this second, he is behind Greg Carr and in 2nd place.
That's absolutely right, Kane, and that's just an awesome job there by Chris. Very proud of him. Mario Girard is behind Jason Lundy, and those two right now are in 9th and 8th. And Jason Lundy moving up right now. Nils Jordan getting around him, and Glenn Sidman. Look at this battle right here. We have Nils Jordan with Jason Lundy, and then right behind them, Glenn Sidman and Tony Klusterman. This is a fun little 4-way drive here.
Yeah, that's a close little train there. That's 4 good drivers running bumper to bumper. That's some good close racing.
Yeah, it really is. Nils Jordan doing a fantastic job in the number 11 Redback Ford Falcon. And here you see them, guys. Very important right here as you see 4 tight cars going into the chicane. Very good job so far, so good. Each car gets in and out with no problem. Well, next year, these two right here will be teammates, Glenn Sidman and Tony Klusterman, already riding together right now, bumper to bumper, going through the hairpin. And good job by both drivers staying bumper to bumper. They're looking ahead to Jason Lundy and Nielsen. Nigel Baines has moved up to 2nd
Glenn
place.
Sidman must have got a slowdown. Sorry to interrupt, but he lets Tony Klusterman by without fight.
Man, tough break for Glenn Sidman one more time. I hate to see it. So far, Montreal has not been Glenn Sidman's best track. It's just been a bunch of little things, you know. It hadn't been nothing major, just the little things, the little damage he had earlier. Just a bunch of little stuff, and that's just what's kept him from getting up here in the top part of the field.
Boy, Jason Lundy is definitely putting the pressure on Nils Jordan.
Man, look at this. Jason Lundy, Nils Jordan, Chris Hogan, Tony Klusterman, And then Glenn Sidman back there. This is an awesome train of cars right here. They'll be catching up to
Whoa,
Isaac to
Chris
figure.
gets a
Whoa,
little sideways
Chris.
there in front of Nils. Nils is around, Jason.
Oh, Nils
Oh,
Dropway gets into Jason Lundy. That's going to be a huge, 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 huge wreck right here. Tough, 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 tough break.
Nils gets
We're
it
going to have to get
spin
a
around.
replay on that. I'm sorry about that, Kane. I got excited.
Let's take a look at the replay as they make their way out of the chicane and come down toward the next. Toward the left-hander here.
It looks like Jason Lundy barely got a bumper in on the back of Nils Jordan, and it hit the back left quarter panel, swing him around, and a tough break right there for Nils Jordan.
Yeah, Glenn Sidman had to take evasive maneuvers and go through the grass.
Right now, looking at Tony Klusterman side by side with Sidman there for a minute, and Glenn Sidman really taking off now.
Tony really got a lot of damage out of that deal. It really tore up the front end of his car.
Man, it really did. That does not look good. You can barely read the name on the front as he'll be heading down pit road.
That's probably going to cost him some extra time to get a little bit of that work fixed.
Yeah, that definitely will. He'll have to get that adjusted or he'll be running some really slow laps. Right behind Tony Klusterman, Trevor Pickett making his way down pit road as well. Well, guys, the number 36 Spotty Dog Marston Ford Falcon, Nigel Baines has made his way back to the lead, but the battle that really is fun right now is Marty in the second position, and Farouk Manzar, driver the number 58 Modern Woodsman Ford Falcon. This is a really, really good battle for second place. I know right now, if you're looking on camera, Marty Carroll did jump out to a nice size jump out of the hairpin, but watch this. Farouk really, really honing in on Marty.
Yeah, Farouk's got some serious pace, and I definitely think we'll be seeing Farouk catch up to Marty here in the next lap or two.
Yeah, I have to definitely agree with that. The Modern Woodman, Fraternal Financial Ford Falcon of Farouk Manzar, representing the Canadian flag there on the driver's side door. The number 58 is booking it. Last lap time 138.6, Kane. Looking ahead to Marty Carroll with his last lap time of a 138.3. So wow, really close right there. Marty with about a 0.3 faster speed on the last lap. Looking ahead to Nigel Baines, though, this is the big part. He ran a 139.16, so both guys kind of gaining on our leader right now.
And Nigel's only got a 5.5 second lead this race, so if a slowdown penalty could definitely get those guys caught right back up to him.
Yeah, right now Nigel Baines coming up on Tony Klusterman coming out of the hairpin. This could get really interesting in a hurry. Tony moving and grooving, though. He must have got a lot of that damage repaired. He seems to be driving just fine. Guys, a little update. We had Chris Hogan, who was doing a phenomenal job earlier, is back in the 10th place, but if you guys remember, had the great battle with Nils Jordan. Nils, after that incident, has fallen back to 12th place, but is moving quite nicely right now for what happened. He definitely has some damage to the front of the redback Ford Falcon, but it's not bad enough to really slow him down, I think. Kane, he's still moving.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a fight to keep that car going straight. It looks like he's got some toe-in issues there with his front wheels, but he's still turning he's a couple seconds off his normal pace, I think. Maybe a full second off.
Yeah, no, I hate to see that, man. Oh, well. Well, guys, here we are currently on lap number 12, and it's lap 16 will be the final lap of the Gv8 season here, of our second season of the Gv8's existence, and this is how they run. Our leader right now is the number 36 Spotty Dog Keg Marston Ford Falcon, Nigel Baines, with Marty Carroll in the Spotty Dog Marston Ford Falcon in second. third, or Marty Carroll. Third will be Farouk Manzar with Greg Carr in the Can-Am Motorsports Ford. He's currently in fourth. Daniil Maninkoff's back in fifth place with Zach Baker in the ZD Racing Ford Falcon. He's in sixth. Mario Gerard of Road Shark Racing is in the seventh spot with Isaac de Figueiredo fighting back in the eighth. Jason Lundy has moved up to the ninth position with Chris Hogan battling hard back in 10th. Glenn Sidman in the True Blue Ford Falcon is currently in 11th with Nils Jordan in the Redback Ford in 12th. 13th belongs to Peter Hebron right now with Kyle Herron in 14th. Kyle is the last car on the lead lap with Tony Klusterman currently in 15th. Behind Tony Klusterman is Trevor Pickett. He is back in 16th. That's how they run right now, guys. Here currently on lap number 14, our leader started. So a little bit over about 2 laps left in the race, Kane.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a pretty exciting 2 laps also.
Yeah, it really will be. Right now, Farouk Manzar is a little bit behind Marty Carroll, about a 2.5 second, 3 second gap there. Greg Carr in fourth place. He's right where he needs to be to win the championship, I believe. And I don't want to say that for certain, but I'm pretty sure if he can finish in the 4th or 5th position, he should have this championship wrapped up.
Yeah, I would definitely assume so.
For the sake of the fun of broadcasting, I'm going to assume and say so if he's able to finish there. And then, of course, if I'm wrong, then we'll have to come back and fix that all up. We do want to say congratulations to the GTCC champion, Kane.
Yeah, let me bring up the GTCC information so that we can at least give the podium a shout out.
Good idea, Kane.
Douglas Beard did win the championship with 407 points. Robert Fagg took second place with 382, and CP Allen in third with 334. Congratulations to the 3 of those guys for battling hard all season for that podium in the GTCC. Yeah, shout out to Fabrizio Battistella for 4th, Mario Gerard for 5th, Jim Panknin for 6th, Peter Hebron in 7th, Eddie DePaula in 8th, Matt Gelder 9th, Simon Goodwin in 10th.
That's a good job. It was a great year for the GTCC, and here we are 2 laps until, well, about a lap and a half left for the leader here in the Gv8. It's been a great season for Grassim, Kane, and with so much things coming, Grassim really growing here. It's just an outstanding thing to see. Really happy to see the growth that the GRA has had lately.
Big 3-way battle for 8th place is we got Jason Lundy, Isaac de Figueiredo, and Mario Gerard. Mario Gerard just made a little mistake and let the other 2 by, but still a good battle between Isaac and Jason Lundy.
That will allow Chris Hogan pass there. He's currently in 9th place. Well, guys, Nigel Baines just passed through the hairpin heading down the back straightaway here. When he crosses the finish line, the white flag will be waving this time by. It'll be the final lap of our season. He is heading right now. The white flag waves. We are on the final lap of the 2013 Season 4 season. It is the 2nd season in Gv8 existence, and Greg Carr is defending his championship if he can remain.
Gerard off again. He's pulled it off into the corner. I think he's definitely having some trouble there getting the car going again. Now he's got it going. He's back on track.
And here he is making his cross across the finish line. It'll be the last lap of the season for Greg Carr in the Can-Am Motorsports Ford. If he can stay on the current pace, I believe he will be our champion back to back. And that is quite an impressive task. We'll see if he can get across in time. As far as the race leader right now, it currently still is Nigel Baines with Marty Carroll on a close second. We're going to have fun watching some of these battles to the final end, though. Oh, trouble for Isaac de Figueiredo, gets turned around. Tough break for Isaac. And what happened was he threw the start-finish line, goes into turn one. Everything looked to be okay. And this got loose coming out of turn one. Found on the exit of pit road there. Had to wait for traffic to come by before he could get back on the track. Tough break for Isaac. He was in 8th place at the time of the incident. I know he lost 2, maybe 3 positions.
Nigel Baines making his way through the final chicane, getting ready to cross the finish line for victory here at Montreal.
And can we say congratulations to our leader and about to be winner, Nigel Baines, for winning the final race here at Montreal. Marty Carroll will finish in a close second. Look at that, 900ths of a second. One day they're going to do that and mess up the leaderboard. That was pretty close right there. Crossing in third will be Farouk Manzar, and man, they really had their cane. Oh, look at this. Greg Carr finished in third. So look at that. Crossing right in front of Farouk Manzar. And what a good job by Greg Carr there. And Greg Carr should be your Season 2 champion. Daniil Manenkoff crosses in the 5th position. Zach Baker will cross in 6th. Jason Lundy crosses in 7th with Chris Hogan in 8th. The silent stalker Glenn Sidman will finish in the 9th position with Isaac de Figueiredo crossing in 10th. Nils Jordan will finish in 11th with Mario Girard coming through the chicane right now. He looks to finish in 12th. Trouble for Kyle Herron as he was in the chicane and got into a spin around. And tough break for Kyle. And Kane, what a season for all of these guys. It really was just a truly wonderful season here in Gv8. Second season in existence, and what a growth for the league. It really has grown. A lot of these racers have truly improved their skills, and really it shows. But man, we got to hand it over to the number 5 driver for winning a back-to-back championship. I'm watching him right now. He's coming up on the race winner, Nigel Baines. Should get to see a dual celebration here, Kane.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic season. We got to see not only the Grossim grow this season and the Gv8 grow, but the drivers themselves. Each driver has grown tremendously in skill this year. We've seen a lot of growth with all these drivers. From the start of this season till now, the difference in these drivers is miraculous. I mean, they were pretty good to start with, but some of these drivers have made so much improvement that it's great to see, great to watch, great to be a part of.
And keep your eyes on Greg Carr and Nigel Baines. We should see the celebration begin soon as they've done the lap, and here you see it right now, folks. Greg Carr passes Nigel Baines here and has the floor. We should see a celebration burnout here in just a second, Kane. I'd imagine it'd be happening right about now. He's revving it up, and he's going to burn it down. And there he goes. Well deserved, Greg, as he is the champion back-to-back. Quite impressive to be able to do that 2 seasons in a row, Kane. Very, very impressive.
Yeah, especially with the field of cars that he's got here that he's competing against, to be able to pull off 2 championships in a row, that's definitely something special. Now, I know that the guys have improved so much this year that it's going to be extremely tough to do a three-peat on the championship, but it's definitely going to be exciting to watch.
It sure is. And look at, you want to talk about sportsmanship, look at the drivers that have pulled up on the grid to watch Greg Carr celebrate and show their appreciation for a job well done. You don't see that a lot, folks. That is unbelievable. What great sportsmanship we have here in the Gv8. So proud to be a part of this organization, Kane. And just when you get drivers that do that's amazing. These guys all truly care about one another. They're all, they're all fighting here on race, but man, truly a bunch of great guys who really get along and truly enjoy racing together.
Yeah, that's fantastic. You know, the sportsmanship in this league has always been top notch. And to see them come out to congratulate Greg Carr like that, that's just something special.
Yeah, that right there is awesome, man. I mean, look at this right here. All the drivers coming around. Really, really impressive. I know I got my camera snapping a couple photos, Kane, as this is pretty cool. I mean, if you think about it, Kane, this is such an amazing league, the Gv8, that started from founder Joseph Odell, who started the GRA, and in his absence, he had a very, very important leave of absence, and we're so happy to have him back. But I hope that he is happy with what the league has turned out to be, with the guys really, really blend together, Kane.
Well, these guys are showing that they're not going to use these cars for a long time. You know, with this being the last race of the seasons, brand new cars next year, or next season, so they're having at it in the infield. They're just spinning, bumping off of each other. Most of them going to have brand new paint jobs in a couple weeks when we start our new season, so they're just out here having some last minute fun.
I've got some. And I know you absolutely didn't hear anything I just said, but I said, man, I got some awesome pictures, Kano. You ought to see some of these cars, the way they're flipping around. I got some good shots. That's truly awesome. Okay, talking about all this, we got so much cool news for next year that I want to talk about some of that stuff here in just a little bit before we get to driver interviews as the Neil Manningkoff flips over on his lid. And I want to be down there doing that, Kane. I'm you, buddy. That looks fun.
Yeah, poor Jason Lundy. He's had enough damage to his car. His engine's smoking so bad, can't hardly see anything. A couple of the guys got some serious damage to their engines. Ooh, Chris Hogan just lost his engine.
Chris Hogan. Well, you know what? I can tell you that Chris Hogan already has his new ride ready. That will be the last race we get to see Chris Hogan in the GetDirtyMX.com Ford Falcon. As some of you may have heard earlier this year, he has joined up with Spotty Dog Cake, Marsden, and GetDirtyMX.com. All have come together to make a new team. And Chris Hogan is that, Nigel Baines, Marty Carroll, and I have to say, Kane, myself as well. I will be a part of that team. So I will be a part of the guys. It'll be fun to see next year.
Peter Hebron's last race in the Martini Ford Falcon. Is that correct?
Yes, that is very correct. Peter Hebron has joined up with don't let me get this wrong, but he's joined up with Road Shark Racing, and a really good, really happy to see him. It'll be really funny to see Hebron not in a Martini car, as we've seen him in a Martini car since the beginning. So really neat to see some of these guys join up forces, and that team is going to be tough to beat as well, Kane, because they're going to be having a lineup that includes Mario Gerard, Joseph Odell, Edward Crawford, and of course, as we mentioned, Peter Hebron. We have three big four-man teams right now. The other one that we mentioned earlier was Greg Carr, Farouk Mansar, Tony Kluserman, Glenn Sidman. That right there, the Never Quit Racing team. I mean, we're going to have some killer fun next year as far as team championship goes. Not to mention the individual championships. That is just going to be amazing, and I can't wait to get it started. And the good thing about the GV8 is we only have one off week before we start a new season. will actually be starting a new season pretty soon, buddy. We got our off week, and we got a lot of things planned for next year.
Yeah, next year is going to be truly exciting year. Exciting year for Grossim as we got some new series starting. Uh, exciting year for you and I as we got some new adventures coming our way. Uh, exciting year
Absolutely, buddy.
for the Gv8 as these guys come back for another season. So a lot of good stuff coming up next season.
And I do want to say one more time, we want to thank Get30mx.com for being on with us all season long. They truly have been just a remarkable partner here with Gross MTV and big sponsors of the GV8 and the GTCC. So we really want to thank them for being on board with us all season long. But before we get ready to close this thing down, we got some driver interviews to take care of after the unbelievable race that we just saw. And I want to go ahead and cap it off with our back-to-back champion and the driver of the number 5 Can-Am Motorsports Ford Falcon, Greg Carr. Greg, congratulations, buddy. Back-to-back champions.
Thanks,
There you
JD.
go.
Thanks, guys.
You can throw some claps in there on the mic. I'll clap along.
Yeah, well done, Greg.
I have to press the button and clap. It's hard. There we go. Greg, you absolutely dominated the beginning of the season. It was unbelievably fun to watch. Then you had a little area of fall-off time where it seemed like you kind of just had a few bad races. But then here recently, it has been podium after podium after podium after podium. And when you put together points like that, it just makes it almost impossible to beat. And here you have championships in a row. You know, when you win a championship, you know you have to defend it. And that's exactly what you did this season, buddy. Congratulations. What do you have to say about this championship, buddy?
Yeah, thanks, JD. It started off really... I couldn't expect anything better. I won the first 3 or 4 races, and then Nigel and Marty showed up and decided to give me a little challenge, and it was really fun racing with those guys. And tell you what, next season's going to be one heck of a battle between the new team I just joined with Tony and Never Quit Racing, and Marty and Nigel joining up. We'll have quite the battle up front, but I think we'll get some of the mid-pack guys. I think after running the car for a little while, they'll get up to speed, and it should be just a great season. Looking forward to the next one. And this one was tough. It started out really well, and then yeah, I had the little lull in the beginning or in the middle, and points started closing in. But yeah, I finished pretty strong. I did so here at Montreal. I wanted to really finish on the podium of both races, but hey, I'll take it in at least one of them. So looking forward to the next race and getting right back at it.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, one more time, congratulations. And I do want to say another congratulations for joining up with Tony, Glenn, Sidman, and Farouk, man. That is devastational right there. That's a power, buddy. And you guys are definitely going to be one of the teams to beat out there. So everybody's going to be looking to get up to the Never Quit Racing team, man. That's very impressive.
I thought we decided devastational wasn't a word.
Oh, I know, but it's a JD word now. I decided that I was going to start saying it because it wasn't a word.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I do too. So I think I'm going to it's one of my catchphrases. How about that? But
yeah, Tony's got a great thing going with his Never Quit Racing team, and he's always very respectable on track, and he's got a great thing going off track, and it's great to be part of it. So really looking forward to it. We should have a nice two-headed monster either in the V8 or in the new Super Cup series. Should be competing for the win in each series, so hopefully be up front in both of those, and we'll take the fight to Nigel and Marty. They've always been great all season.
well, once again, Greg, congratulations, buddy. You really do deserve it. And moving on to next season, buddy, we really will look forward to seeing you try to defend the title for a third time. That will be something to see.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Absolutely, buddy. That is your champion, Greg Carr. Thank you, guys. And that's the last time we'll see him in the Gv8 in the in the Grand-Am Motorsports cars. He is a member of Never Quit Racing team now, so very exciting. Next, I want to talk to my new teammate, the runner-up here in this series, driver of the Spotty Dog Cake Marston Ford Falcon, the number 36, Nigel Baines. Nigel, good job winning both races here at Montreal, buddy. You did everything you had to do, and you did it. And good job, buddy.
Oh yeah, it's just an awesome way to finish, JD. Like I say, kept the cut course penalties out of both races tonight somehow, and it makes a big difference. So, but just want to say, obviously, a big congratulations to Greg. Really solid all season, and I think he was just toying with us at the end there, letting us think we had a chance. Because he pulled that podium out of the bag there at the end just to secure the championship. So well done to Greg. Good season, and definitely next season is going to be pretty exciting, I think.
Yeah, cannot wait to get next season started, buddy. What are some things that we can expect from Nigel in season 2, or next season? Excuse me.
Probably, maybe not quite the same as this year. We'll keep some of the mistakes out that we had. Partly thanks to Marty, the last few rounds I've run a lot more consistent than I had earlier in the series. So, he's given me a bit of a level head there, and looking forward to working on some setups with all the team this coming season 2, and seeing where that takes us. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe a slight change to the paint on the team car here, but otherwise everything's looking pretty good.
Can't wait to get things started, buddy. Really, really looking forward to next season, Nigel. Congratulations on finishing second in points, and just an outstanding finish to the season, winning the last 5 races, something like that. Ridiculous. Incredible job, buddy.
I think partly attributed also to my wingman there. So next season it'll be different from the start. There'll be no team orders. Be all guns blazing to start the season. So looking forward to that. Just want to also say big thumbs up to you guys for the broadcasts and the work you put in every week. It's pretty devastational.
Thank you, buddy. Absolutely. And that is Nigel Baines, everybody, driver to number 36 Spotty Dog Cakes Marston Ford Falcon.
Thanks, Nigel.
Thanks, guys.
And next I want to talk to the silent stalker, who has had a phenomenal season, and I don't know who's going to finish third in points. We'll have to add up the points to find out. And of course, I want to say before I talk to Glenn real quick, we do have a brand new podcast show on GrosSim. It's with Joe Odell and Matt Gelder, and I believe Jason Lundy. I think you might help with it too, maybe. And you guys will have to check that out, as I'm sure they'll be talking about all the final point situations and everything like that. But we had a phenomenal year this year, and a brand new driver here, Glenn Sidman. Glenn, the silent stalker, buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, thanks. Yeah, just not a good night for me. Battling some issues over here, and I got to apologize to everybody I got into tonight. I think I'm not even sure. Sometimes cars were jumping from one place to another. I'm not sure if it was just me or if there was some netcode issues, but I think I got into Greg and somebody else. But
well, I'm sure it was not intentional, buddy, and I know it wasn't the best night for you, as it seemed like Montreal was a little tough. But all in all, at the end, it is the end of the season, and I know, talking about the entire year, you have definitely proven yourself to be worthy of finishing on the podium week in and week out. So it's definitely going to cause for dangerousness for all us other teams in the league next year, buddy. So we'll be definitely looking out for that true blue Ford Falcon.
All right, thanks, JD, and congratulations, Greg, and great race, everybody.
Absolutely, buddy. And that is Glenn Sidman, everybody, driver of the True Blue Ford Falcon. Got to say it one more time. Moving on next, guys, I want to talk to teammate of Nigel Baines down there, and a good buddy of mine, Marty Carroll. And Marty with fantastic back-to-back second-place finishes here at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. And a good job, Marty. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, JD. Kane, how are you?
Doing good.
Oh, doing great, buddy. And Marty, you came in this season, and you remember seeing you at your first race in the league at Interlagos. You came in and said, "Hey, my name's Marty," and you won. And showed us who you were and showed us how you drive. And know you're going to be extremely dangerous next year. I'm just happy to be on your side, buddy. And what's some things we can look from Marty Carroll next year?
I'm expecting a bit more bias for the team from the broadcaster that the team is on. But, firstly, just like to thank your sponsors, Spotty Dog Cakes, TeamM2.com, and Get Dirty MX. And yeah, I think going into next season, there's nothing better than starting with a fresh slate. We're all on zero. We got an awesome team next to us that we got to battle with. So with yourself, myself, Nigel, and Chris, I think we got a pretty formidable team ourselves, and yeah, we'll give them a run for their money.
That's right, buddy. Always good to hear from you, Marty. Congratulations on an outstanding season, buddy. Really happy to have you here in GRA, and best of luck to you next year, buddy.
Yeah, and just a shout out to Greg. Congratulations on the championship, mates. Flawless majority part of the season there. So unfortunately, weren't able to chase you down there at the end, but no, well done, mate, and look forward to battling next season.
That's right, buddy. That is Marty Carroll, guys. Driver of the, I almost said it backwards, but the Spotty Dog Cake Marsden Ford Falcon. Thanks a lot, buddy. Next, I want to talk to a new guy, and it may be new to some folks, but he was here in the inaugural season of the Gv8. Driver of the Modern Woodsman Ford Falcon, Farouk Mansar. Farouk, good to see you on the track today, buddy. How you doing? Uh-oh, having trouble hearing you, Farouk. Do that one more time. Do you copy?
Can you hear me now?
There he is, absolutely, buddy. Came in tonight, had a rough first race, but still was able to get get ninth place out of it. And then you come in here in race number 2 and do a fantastic job, racing really hard to finish up in 4th place. Just got Greg to pass you right there at the end, and phenomenal job coming in here just on a whim like that and still able to finish 4th place. Great job, buddy.
Thanks, JD. Wasn't my day today though. I basically ruined both my own races by with the course cuts, and then I hit the wall near the end there on race 2 and had wheel damage, so I was just limping home.
In your defense, this is one of the most toughest tracks on the entire schedule as far as the off tracks go. The rules here are very, very strict. The slowdowns, in my opinion, are a bit harsh, but you handled them the best that you could with what you were dealt. So definitely know we've seen you run faster. And when someone finishes in 4th and we still say that means you're pretty dang fast. So really going to be looking forward to seeing you on the track next season a good bit. And glad to hear the news of you joining Tony Klusterman and Great Car and Glenn Sidman there for Never Quit Racing, buddy. It's going to be a privilege to see you racing again.
Yeah, it should be a fun season next for the Super Cup and the GV8.
Yeah, absolutely. With Super Cup Series coming, I know we're all excited about that. Really, really can't wait to get both of these seasons started. And congratulations again, buddy, on coming and racing with us again. We truly did enjoy seeing you race tonight.
Thanks, JD.
And that is Farouk Mansar, guys, driver of the Modern Woodsman Ford Falcon. And next I want to get in here, driver of the Never Quit Racing Ford Falcon, Tony Klusterman. Tony, we got to see you run a phenomenal race 1 there. You ran up in the 3rd place for a long time. And then we got to see the car beat up a little tonight, too. How was the night from your eyes?
Well, I kind of enjoyed running up there with Marty and Nigel for a bit, but all of a sudden I realized where I was, and I realized that I'm not usually there, so little course cut and lost a couple of spots. But it was a good night, and it was interesting to see what developed throughout the night. Greg had a really tough first race, and I was worried about whether or not he was going to end up performing well in the second race or not, but he did a phenomenal job, and congratulations to him. And Nigel and Marty had their plan worked out quite well, so it was interesting to see how it all developed.
Yeah, it really was fun. I can't wait for you guys to go and watch the broadcast. It truly was a great way to cap off this season. Very, very intriguing to watch and very exciting. So, but it was really good to see that Never Quit Racing Forward up there, buddy. I enjoyed seeing you. Always enjoy seeing you do good, and always fun talking to you as well, buddy. Best of luck in next year. Like we've already talked about the new team you formed, and man, is it exciting.
Yeah, it's not just the Dirty Dog Spotty Cake team and the.
Oh, that sounds like slander.
Yeah,
It's started already.
Yeah, man. Can we get a little? Can we get a edit on that? That's all right.
No,
We're gonna have to shorten our name up, man.
Okay,
you're
we'll
gonna
work
have
on that. We'll work on it.
Yeah, you're going to have to do that. But what I was going to say was it isn't just about those two teams. There's a number of teams forming. And, it's just going to make the entire league so much better. It's a family type atmosphere, but, very competitive family. And I'm sure on occasion we may have a spat or two.
That's right, buddy. That's what makes it so fun, and can't wait to run against you next year, Tony. Yeah. But really enjoyed watching you this season, buddy. So glad that you joined the GRA. You truly have been a great addition to this league, and we're happy to have you here.
Thanks, JD.
And that is Tony Klusterman, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the Never Quit Racing Ford Falcon. And next I want to get in here a guy who ended up having a rough beginning to the first race, but then turned around. And I love the green on the new car, buddy. That would be Jason Lundy there. Jason, wasn't the best week for you, buddy, in Montreal, but overall, we look at your season, and you had an outstanding season, buddy. And you run a lot of top fives, chase a couple podiums down as well. So really exciting to see you really improving this year. Can't wait to see how you do in the next season, buddy.
Yeah, all in all, it was a pretty good season. Like you said, I ran in the top 5 for quite a few races. Had some bad luck in some races, but that happens to everyone. So it's nice to end the year in a high note. Starting in last place and battling my way up to 7th. Just a really nice, sweet ending to the season, and can't wait for next season. We got a lot of cool changes coming to the Gv8 series.
Yes, it's very exciting, and like I said, I'm just thankful we don't have to wait a long time to get things started. It's going to be here before we know it, guys, so let's enjoy it while we can. I want to say to all you guys, while y'all are all in here, just a testament to the sportsmanship in this league. I love the way that you guys ended the season, everybody pulling around and watching Greg celebrate. It's truly a great sight. You don't get that in a lot of leagues. And that's just a testament of the sportsmanship we have here. And then the Destruction Derby at the end was a nice touch as well. But yeah, thanks a lot, Jason, for doing a good job this year, buddy. And it's always good talking to you. Look forward to what we can get to see out of you in the next season.
Yeah, thanks, JD. I think my team, myself, I'm going to stay independent. But it'll be interesting, interesting dynamic with the big teams up there duking it out every week, and then I'm sure we'll have some of the independents duking it out as well. So it looks to be a really dynamic season next year.
Yeah, definitely going to add a lot of excitement, buddy. Well, best of luck to you next season, buddy. Always a pleasure talking to you, Jason.
Thanks, JD.
And that is Jason Lundy, everybody, driver of the Gulf. Woody's Lures Ford Falcon. Can I throw pistachios in there too, buddy?
That was just a special scheme for the last race. It might make an appearance next year.
I love it though, man. I want it to come back. No, that's cool, buddy. That was a great job, man. Another driver I want to talk to had a fantastic night tonight. Zach Baker, ZB Racing, man. This guy right here, he really put on a show tonight. Zach, how you doing?
Very good, thank you, JD. How's yourself?
Oh, always doing good when I get to be doing this, buddy. So it was really an outstanding race tonight. I was very impressed by your driving tonight, Zach.
Yeah, had a good night. Had a good finish there, race 1, and yeah, pretty clean racing. Enjoyed every moment of it. Race 2, got caught up in a cut course there when I was and then I went and done the pit stop. So bit of an interesting one there for race 2, but yeah, the setup wasn't too bad, and it's not a bad track to drive around. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I tell you what, very, very, very impressed with Montreal. It was a really good finishing track as well. I hope we can continue to maybe consider that as another finishing track in the future. It really, really was great.
Yeah, I hope to see it in the schedule coming up in future seasons, because it's a challenging track, especially with the cut courses. They seem a little harsh in some areas, but other than that, it is a great track to drive around, and yeah, can't wait for the next season to come on.
Absolutely, Zach. Well, we have truly enjoyed having you join up with the GRA as well, buddy. Best of luck to you next season.
Yeah, thanks, JD. Yeah, I just want to thank my drivers, drive for ZV Racing Team. We've had a great season there, and thank our team sponsor, Botanica Health and Healing. And yeah, if you want to come along and check the website out, we got zbracingteam.weebly.com and a Facebook page. So yeah, thanks very much, guys. You put on a great show, and can't wait for next season.
Thanks a lot, Zach. And that is Zach Baker, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the ZB Racing Team Ford Falcon. And next I want to talk to Trevor Pickett, everybody. Trevor, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, JD. How are you?
Doing wonderful, buddy. Always good to talk to you, especially after a crazy race like we just saw. A lot of action. And really happy that you got to be here in the GRA, buddy. You know, it's your first season racing in the Gv8, and we truly enjoyed having you. What was it like for you?
Yeah, this race at CGV, the first race I had, it was pretty good. I do like the track. Once you relax, you can sort of just work your way around it. But in the second race, something happened in the start, and then I got off the track into the wall, so I had a pretty rough second race. But the first race, I was pretty happy about with the 8th place finish.
Yeah, been not a bad job at all, Trevor. And like I said, I hope that you get to make it back to race with us next season, buddy.
Yeah, I definitely will be coming back to race with you guys next season because yeah, this is a great league. I really love the sessions that you guys put up and the time and effort into it, and yeah.
Good news, Zach. Trevor. Almost called you Zach. Good news, Trevor. We really do appreciate you coming, and I hope you enjoy it here, buddy. And really look forward to seeing you race with us next season.
Yeah, thanks you guys. Thanks Kane, and thanks to the drivers. Have had great fun. It's a really great bunch of drivers, and I'd like to thank our sponsor, Botanica Health and Healing, and yeah, my team, Zach and Isaac.
Yeah, man, you and Zach have done a fantastic job, and we look to see you guys run a good next year as well.
Yeah, we hope to come back, and I hope to come back and do my best in it.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, guys, that is Trevor Pickett right there, and we want to thank him for coming by and talking with us. Kane, anything you want to say to anybody? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot my good buddy Chris Hogan up there.
Yeah, and I was
mate, how are you?
going to say hi to Peter Hebron, but I think I just missed Pete, so...
I saw him head out just a minute ago. I see up in the race channel our league founder, Joe and Matt Gelder, and I'll grab them in a minute. But first, I want to talk to my good buddy and close teammate right there. My good man, number 10 driver to Gv8mx.com Ford Falcon, Chris Hogan. Did not mean to miss you out, buddy. Just wanted to save the best for last. How you doing, brother?
Oh, that's a big statement, JD. No, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Man, doing great, buddy. Doing really good. You had a good race tonight, Chris. Saw you get all the way up to second place at one time, buddy. That's quite impressive. impressive.
Yeah, that second race, I was just hanging out there, and I thought I'll just try and run as long as I could, and I had no intentions of going into the pits, but I'd seen Nigel sort of creeping up on me, and I thought, well, I'll get out of his way altogether and pit. And next thing you know, I've got Jason hounding me down, and we had a ripper race, and he got me in the end. But yeah, that was fun.
Yes, y'all did have a rip of a race, buddy. And I tell you what, you and Nils Jordan as well had a good battle going on for a lot of the race as well. And you did a really good job holding off everybody. I thought that it was a very good race for you, Chris.
Yeah, no, well, race one, Nils and I were at it all race, and I made a mistake, and he got round me, and he might have had a bit of a connection issue, so I don't know, he was blinking a bit, and it was putting me off a bit, so we sort of backed it off a bit, and then, oh, you wouldn't believe it, I made a mistake on the last lap, the last corner, and got to slow down, and it was Farouk, and Trevor got by me. I couldn't believe it, but anyhow, that's life.
That's right, buddy. And you know what, though? I'll be extremely proud to run with you next year, buddy. And I tell you what, you have truly improved so much this year that I just can't wait to see how things turn out for you next season, buddy.
Oh yeah, no, we'll keep going from strength to strength, hopefully. And Marty Carroll, I can't thank him enough. Like his racecraft, and he shows you so much about how to drive these cars, and setups, and everything. And another big shout out to Tony as well, because he has helped me greatly as well.
Absolutely. Definitely a big shout out to Marty as well from me for the help that he's helped me in preparation for next season. And we'll continue to work to get ready for next season. But thanks again, Chris. Very, very good talking to you, buddy. Can't wait to, like I said, just can't wait to get next season started with you, buddy.
Yeah, we'll have a bunch of fun, mate. That's the good thing about this league. It's a heap of fun.
It truly is. Everybody in this league is such a good, just a good racer. The talent in this league is exceptional, but the sportsmanship is on another level. Everybody here truly respects one another on the track, and that's what makes this league so great. Is you know that when you're running here, you're going to be running next to guys that respect you, and it's hard to find that with with big leagues, and this league has just been like that since day one, and that's why I'm proud to be a member here.
Yeah, no, that's right. I think in the second race there at the start, Greg and I were sort of getting into each other a bit, and I was really worried I was going to take out the champ here. So I sort of backed right out of that as well.
I'm glad that you didn't do that, Chris. We don't need Greg mad at us going into next season, but
yeah, that probably wouldn't have gone over too well, guys.
yeah, that wouldn't have been real good.
There's a bit of chaos at the front there at the start, and yeah, I think Greg sort of got into me, and we're running side by side a little bit. And I thought, no, I'm just going to let him go, and I do not want to be responsible for taking out the champion.
No. Well, glad you didn't, buddy, and always good talking to you, Chris. Can't wait, like I said, just can't wait for next season, buddy, and can't wait to see how you do.
Yeah, no worries, guys. No, we'll keep chipping away at it, and hopefully we'll get some speed and to tackle Glenn and Tony, hopefully, and yeah, it should be good.
Oh, it sounds like a winner to me, buddy. That's Chris Hogan, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the number 10, GV8.com Ford Falcon.
Thanks, guys. Ta-da.
Absolutely, buddy. And I do have now finally made it in here, the founder of the GRA, Joseph Odell. Joe, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, JD, how you doing? It's good to see you.
Oh, you too, buddy. And we just finished up with, first of all, before I even go, where's Mario Girard at? He did not make it into the interview.
Evidently he's on his way back to start painting the cars for next season, I guess.
Sounds good to me. I just was like, "Where's Mario?" But Joe, just wanted to say, buddy, first of all, thanks for creating this awesome league. It truly has turned out to be, just in my opinion, one of the best leagues on the iRacing server. Truly, ever since I first got here as a rookie, just fell in love with it, and just happy. I hope you like the way that it's turned out.
Oh, well, first of all, I can't thank you enough. Yeah, this is a group effort. I mean, everybody's doing everything, and it's a great community. I may have started it, but people like yourselves and Kane and several others have run with it in so many different ways that it's unbelievable how far it's come in just a single year. We got so many things coming up that it's really great. I love it, and I know that anybody who comes and races with us, we picked up 3 from the GTCC race last week. So it's a great league, and I got to thank everybody for making it as good as it is.
And you're definitely welcome. And like I said, if you wouldn't have created it, it would have never been here. So that's the awesome news. And then, like you said, we have so many great things coming up in the GRA, not to mention all the big teams that are forming. But guys, we got a whole brand new series coming in. That series is the GSC, the Super Cup series with the Roughs. And I got to talk to Matt Gelder about that real quick, as Matt's in here with us too. Matt is going to be pretty much in charge of running the Super Cup, if I'm not mistaken, right, Matt?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I'm the one that's in charge of the Super Cup series this upcoming season.
So if there's a problem with anything, we can all get mad at you, right?
Sure, I guess that's the way it works.
Yep, he's the guy you're going to want right there, not me.
Okay.
Whatever I can't solve, then I just make Joe work on it.
There you go. I'm just messing with you, Matt. We're really excited about the Super Cup. I think it's going to be extremely successful. And I know I hope speak for everybody that's going to run in it. We just can't wait to get that thing started on January the 30th, leave, right?
Yep, 30th. If anybody's going to run in it, don't forget about that. The upcoming update sounds like Thursday is going to be the new update for the cars. So if you're practicing now, you're going to have to wait till after Thursday with the updates on the car.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you mentioned that, Matt. I hadn't really thought about that. And we're going to be at Barber Motorsports Park. Great place to start the Super Cup season. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I did some practice laps on it today, and it suits the rough really, really well. It's got some high-speed corners and some short, low-speed, kind of tight hairpins down there in the middle, so it suits the rough quite well.
Yeah, just can't wait to get on there. And once we get the updates, really going to be excited to see how the rough drives after the updates, because right now it is just truly one of the best cars to drive on iRacing. It is so fun, and just really anticipating to see what changes, how they'll feel when we get in the car and drive it. So, but a lot of big things coming up for the GRA. Like we said, we also it's a little too early to talk about it on the broadcast, but we also do have another series that will be in light following the Super, think a season away. But we want to go ahead and just thank Matt. Thank you, buddy, for setting up all this for Super Cup, buddy. We're really excited to get it started.
Oh, no problem. Also, I don't know if you guys mentioned it, but we're doing a podcast also that with me, Jason, and Joe, we're going to start. I think we're going to start here in the next couple of weeks, so look out for that too.
Awesome. Yeah, we did mention that in the broadcast just a few minutes ago, and I didn't want to say it wrong, but I was going to say maybe you guys, I'm sure I told everybody to check it out to make sure they catch back to check out all the final results as far as the championship points do go. I know we had an extremely close battle for third place in the points between Glenn Sidman, Mario Gerard, and Nils Jordan. It'll be fun to see who ended up getting that. But I know all those questions will be answered on the podcast, so thank you guys for starting that up. We look forward to listening to it.
Oh, that's all Joe's idea, so thank him.
Oh, it's going to be exciting. We got all kinds of cool things. We're going to be doing driver profiles. We've got like a tech section. We're hoping to get into it. We'll be going over all the series, and the week ahead So yeah, it's going to be an exciting time coming from the super secret studios of the GRA8.
Uh-oh. Kane, what are we? The east and the mid, the Great Plains?
We're the not so secret of
That's right.
the Midwest.
We're
You're
the
so
Great
secret
Plains
we don't even
East.
know about it.
Sounds good, buddy. Kane, I want to hear something from you, buddy. We're closing out the second season in Gv8 history. We've seen Greg Carr win back-to-back titles. Unbelievable. That's such a hard task to do. It's been great to watch him do that. We've seen so many drivers grow. We've seen the league grow. We've seen a ton of new members this season that are exceptional members and great drivers. What's some of the final thoughts here before we get ready to head off and put a cap on this season?
Well, it has been a great season, and everything that you mentioned there, the league growing, the GV8 growing, our broadcast growing. Every week we seem to get a little bit better, it seems like, and get a little bit more used to this so that it comes across better over the airwaves and just is presented better. And just the racing itself is getting better week after week. And I tell you what, next season is going to be great. We've got all these new teams forming. It's going to be a great team battle next season. And we should see, with the formation of all these teams, more improvement from all the drivers because now they'll be having help from other drivers. And I just can't wait till next season. With all these teams and everything, this is going to be great.
Yeah, it truly is. I can't wait to see how things unfold, and can't wait to get things started at week 1 of the new season. Boy, is it going to be fun just to get they were saying earlier, everybody starts with a clean slate. We're all tied for first going into that first race, and the excitement level is going to be through the roof. But before we move on to next season, Kane, we got to close out this one. And one more time, I do want to congratulate Carr on winning an outstanding championship. Congratulations to Nigel Baines for a very good runner-up position. He truly made it exciting there at the end. And congratulations to him for winning both races here at Montreal. And congratulations, and I want to thank everybody in the GRA for all their participation and for all they do to help out with this league. It wouldn't be the same without everybody doing their part, and that's what we have here is everybody doing their part, and that's what we want to thank. So, Kane, anything else before we close out?
No, congratulations to Greg Carr on the championship, and congratulations to Nigel Baines on the victories tonight, and look forward to seeing everybody next season.
Well, that's it, guys. This has been a great presentation. The last thank you of the night. I want to give it out to Get30MX.com for being on board with Gross MTV all season long, not only with the GV8, but with the GTCC. Congratulations to Doug Beard for winning the GTCC, as well as Greg Carr with the GV8, guys. We'll be back in 2 weeks to start the new season. Until then, guys, y'all have a great night.